Kombo just landed a Series A to double down on its unified API play. Human pulled in a massive $66 million. If it's a who'd you rather situation, I'd buy them both a drink and I'd shoot for a menage a trois because Kombo and Human is all or nothing, ladies.
See, I didn't know we could go with a menage a trois.
The name of the game is Who'd You Rather, Chad.
I know.
Not take them both home.
You gotta take the shot.
What the hell does that mean?
Hide your kids. Lock the doors. You're listening to HR's most dangerous podcast. Chad Sowash and Joel Cheeseman are here to punch the recruiting industry right where it hurts. Complete with breaking news, brash opinion, and loads of snark. Buckle up, boys and girls. It's time for the Chad and Cheese Podcast.
Welcome to the Chad and Cheese, HR's most dangerous podcast. I'm Chad, toilet seat cocaine Sowash.
I'm JT, Let It Snow O'Donnell.
And I'm Emi, one-hit wonder Beredigo.
Oh, there's something to do about that.
What?
And on this week's show, Stepstone spins, the U.S. wins, and who'd you rather? Let's do this.
So you posted a new job ad. Now you can sit back and wait for the applications to roll in, right? That's why we built JobPixel. Imagine showing candidates why your company is great with real people, real stories, and real culture. With JobPixel, it's not just another job ad. It's an invitation to something much bigger.
Video gives you a 3 times better response rate. So instead of chasing after candidates, they'll be coming to you.
And with a 34% boost in conversions, candidates aren't just looking, they're applying.
And if you're worried about people clicking away, don't be. Our videos reduce bounce rates by 25%. That means they're watching, they're engaged, and they're interested.
282% more engagement. Yeah, you're going to need a bigger inbox.
Finding the right candidate is tough, but with JobPixel, it doesn't have to be. Show your company's authentic story, and the candidates will follow.
Let's make recruiting fun again, because honestly, it could use some help.
Do you want to see how JobPixel can save you time and money while achieving your KPIs? Schedule a demo today.
Well, hello, ladies. We're cheese free this week.
Yes, we are. What's he doing? Is he just sunning it up somewhere?
He likes to take naps. So he's got a week. He's got a whole week of naps planned, and this is in his schedule. So therefore, we get to be out.
Why not? This week. Well, we're missing you, Joel. Think about us when you're napping.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't want to say that. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, that came out a little bit wrong, didn't it?
One hit wonder. What does that mean? What is that all about?
Oh, well, this is actually a little secret of mine. So back in the day when I used to live in the Middle East, somebody asked me to record a single, and I was like, obviously always the performer. So I was like, yeah, I could do that. And I recorded a house track. So I haven't actually got the recording. I need to try and find it. The guy who recorded it is somewhere on Facebook, so I need to reach out to him. Sorry. But it was hilarious.
We need to hear this.
Yeah, some kind of like some of that. Obviously, I sounded better than that, back in the day. But
you're giving Donna Summer vibes, which I'm totally cool with.
Yeah.
Totally cool with.
Honestly, it was cool. So maybe I'm famous in some kind of European country somewhere,
And there's royalty sitting somewhere that you don't know about, and you're about to get a windfall.
Yeah. Exactly. I need to Google this. Absolutely.
In your old Dubai account. Anyway. Pivoting to the Winter Olympics, kids, they're usually not the U.S.'s bag of tricks, but just when you needed something to be positive about in the world, Team USA killed it in 2026. Did you guys watch it at all?
I did.
I didn't even watch one. Do you know what it was though? It wasn't my fault. It clashed. No, honestly, because I've only got so much time to watch TV, and Love Island UK was on.
Oh, come on.
No, honestly.
If you would have said Traitors, I would have went,
I've watched Traitors already. Okay. When Love Island comes on, it's my favorite program. So I was like, listen, I've only got so much time in my week to watch TV. So I had to toss it up. Olympics, Love Island. So Love Island won.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
What about you, J.T.? What stood out for you?
Two things. So first of all, I love how every 4 years we become obsessed with curling. Literally, America becomes obsessed with curling. We had parties watching curling. Like,
really?
What is that? We don't care about it for the next, 3 years and 320 days, right? But curling comes along. And then the other big moment I'll tell you is my perfect day Sunday. I was out skiing in perfect, no ice, corduroy, sunny, gorgeous weather.
Nice.
And we skied into our favorite on mountain little pub.
Oh.
And it was all set up for us all to watch USA beat Canada in the men's hockky finals.
Very nice. Yes.
Not going to lie, 12 out of 10 day, right? Like in a pub, everyone's screaming when we won and then, out and about. So to me, I think this particular Olympics will always give me that memory. It was just awesome.
So Julie and I, so here in the Algarve, Canadians love to flock the Algarve this time of year. So we had about 50 Canadians and there were about 5 Americans that were there, right? And we weren't being like dicks, like suck it, But I got to say, let's hear it for Team USA men's hockey for winning the gold, first time since they beat Russia in 1980, right? Miracle on Ice.
That's what I'm saying.
I know. So good. But the Canadians played amazing. They had a hell of a lot more shots on goal. Connor Hellebuck, who is the goalie for the U.S., he was like a fucking brick wall. He let one go by. Go by. But then the U.S. in overtime, they played 3-on-3, and they won. They won. It was pretty amazing. But I got to say this. That was just the appetizer, because I'm saving the best for last. The U.S. women dominated the medal count with 17 medals, including 6 gold. Amber Glenn and Alyssa Liu both gave amazing skates, which were fucking clinics on how to perform and just have a great time. Alyssa Liu, she skated to Donna Summer, and I've got to say, I don't think there's any genre of music other than maybe reggae, any genre of music that makes you feel more happy than disco. Yeah. Right. So it was amazing. Then the U.S. Women's hockey team, they were dominant.
Amazing.
In winning gold, and not in the gold medal match per se, because they played really tight with Canada, but they went for a 7-0 record and they outscored opponents 33-2 throughout the entire comp. 33-2.
Oh my God.
So good.
So it was pretty amazing. But I really think, and I'm not just like a huge Winter Olympics fan, but I gotta say it was amazing. But I don't want to forget that Norway, with a population of under 6 million people, they won. They had the most. They had the most medals. They killed it. 18 gold, 12 silver, 11 bronze. So good on Norway. My favorite part about the Norway team, there was one of the teams that had their jerseys had a Norway flag on it, and right below it said "Sorry, Sweden."
Love that.
That's amazing.
Nothing like punking your neighbor
100%
at the Olympics is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Over 80% of you watching right now, you watch over and over. We know you do, but you haven't liked and you haven't subscribed. Let's do that. Let's do that now.
No, absolutely love that. But Chad, can I just ask you, right? Because I swear, and like I said, I didn't watch any of the Olympics. Yeah. But I'm pretty sure I watched some kind of, or listened to some kind of story, or read some kind of story about shagging. Am I right? Someone who is shagging and lots of condoms. So what story is that?
Every year, just about every year, the Olympic Village runs out of condoms, and let's go ahead and set the stage here, kids. You have these rock hard bodied athletes, right? Who literally just, I mean, all the stress and the anxiety and the performance and all the stuff. And then after they're done, what do they want to do? They want to blow off some steam. So what do they want to do? Apparently they want to shag. And it is standard. I think it's almost standard. Every single year they run out of condoms. And
I love that.
They got to send people for more.
I need clarification. Now, are they running out in the last 3 days because that tracks with what you're saying? Or are they running out like they're blowing off steam leading up to their medal round?
No, it's going to be afterwards, surely. You got to let
you
all
always
like,
hear,
kind of,
I don't know. I wasn't
right?
there. I wasn't there, but I would say that, different strokes for different folks. Some might want a little love before they go perform. Some might want to wait. Who knows?
I'm guessing that was in Norway. I reckon they just kind of, they just kind of let everything build up. And then once they won all the goals, they're like, okay, let it go.
Yeah. So
this is how I'm envisioning it. Yeah.
Norway probably blew through them all.
Yes. Oh yeah. I think we need to research this. So, I need to know. This is important information.
Okay. We'll leave that with you, Emmy. In the
100%.
meantime,
Is it time for
in the meantime, Emmy, you have a shout out.
I do. I'm actually going to shout out a couple of people that I met for the first time yesterday. So I went to a conference, and this conference was called the In-House Recruitment Expo in London. Great conference, really good, really interesting topics. And I was on a panel. So we'll talk about how TA progresses beyond AI. And obviously AI is always going to be the topic that everyone talks about. I think we're talking about it today. But like I said, my shout outs are to a couple of people. So Martin Dangerfield, who chaired the panel, and then Sam Fletcher and Baron Chechen. So great meeting you guys, and hopefully we'll meet each other again soon.
Very nice. Very nice. So where was that again? Was that in London?
Yeah, it was in London in the Excel. So it was a big conference center.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So they have these conferences every single year. It's their flagship event. And yeah, really interesting. It's the third time I've been there. Third time I've actually spoken there as well. So
sweet.
Yeah, definitely urge people to check it out next year.
Look at Emmy out there
I know.
on
I
stage, killing it.
Come on. And I'll be sending out my autographs to people soon. And aren't you the one with that one hit wonder? I'm like, yes, I am.
Can't wait. JT, what's up?
My shout out is to the Silicon Valley. So this week an article dropped that announced that the tech world has decided that the only people that are going to keep their jobs are the superstar high performers. And they're putting the rest of corporate America on notice. If you are average, you are out.
Okay.
So no more grading on a scale. No more, performance improvement. You either know you're exceeding every expectation and you're a superstar, or your job's at risk. And, I'm shouting this out because we all know what happens when, the tech world starts getting blustery like this, and the reason they're explaining their layoffs and everything, it's going to the other industries, right? Like they're going to follow suit. And so I'm just putting everyone on notice. If you're either an above par performer or you could be on the chopping block, which is just crazy to me. But hey, welcome to the world, right?
We're already seeing a lot of these companies. There's already over 100 companies this year who have announced layoffs already. And we've got all the meta companies and obviously a lot of tech companies. So, I mean, I think a lot of them feel like they're going to be cutting in the first place. So it's like they're looking for reasons, cover or whatever it might be. But it's ridiculous. First off, if you get a bunch of A players on one team, usually that player that team is shit because they just don't work and gel well together. You have to have those connector players, and they aren't always your A players. Yeah, it's weird.
Yep, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Go figure. Okay, my shout out. You're going to love this one. My cocaine connection. That's right, kids. Shout out to RFK Jr., who is apparently spending a lot of time in Nantucket. I've got a couple of videos here. Here goes to the first one.
Heard of a germ? I used to snort cocaine off of toilet seats.
And
are we sure that's not AI?
No,
are we sure it's not AI?
It's not AI. It's RFK. He killed bear and he ate them out of his trunk. Anyway, let's go to the real one, which you're gonna love.
Sewer water is filled with cocaine. According to the Inquirer and Mirror, the island's cocaine markers have routinely exceeded national and regional averages. 2 spikes in October and December reached nearly 3 times the national average. Nantucket's health director says the data will help provide their behavioral health partners with actionable information.
Actionable information. Okay, so
many questions.
First off, that was RFK Jr., the U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services, which was followed by a recent news report of cocaine levels in Nantucket. So shout out to, I don't know, a coincidence maybe? I don't know.
Okay. So there's high cocaine levels in the water, right?
Yeah, in the sewer
It's going
water.
through a filtration in the sewer water. Okay. Because what's going through my head is like, is it getting back into the water system somehow? Like,
yeah,
are
you know
people,
what?
People
People are
imagine if you test
flushing it out of their body.
Right? Like, yeah, you got to be careful.
And this is, from what it sounds like, this is normal. So it's like a certain time of year. Cocaine levels are high in the sewer water, which means the filtering system is the human body.
Hold on, the certain time of year is February. So what's happening in February?
Oh, wait, is it October and December?
Oh, was it October and December? Oh, holiday season. Yeah,
holiday season,
November.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Going to Nantucket, baby.
Maybe that's where my next trip will be.
Okay, so now, just so our listeners understand, we do have free stuff, but we don't give away cocaine. Let's talk to Stephen here for us.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Stephen McGrath. And I'm here to tell you all about how you can grab some free stuff from chadcheese.com. Now, you might be wondering why I'm sitting here topless. And the answer is really simple. Because I've not grabbed my free t-shirt from Erin app at chadcheese.com yet. Let me fix that. Right, that's better. So I'm sporting a slightly vintage model here, but of course there are new and updated designs every year. And those are super soft, breathable, and some might even say huggable.
Just like Stephen.
Now, what else can you get? Of course, you can get some craft beer. It's not just any regular rubbish beer. That's craft beer brought to you by the data geeks at Aspen Tech Labs. And if you're not into beer too much, then... Oh, 2 seconds. Just go and get that. Then you can always go for chicken cock, baby. That's right. Not 1, but 2 bottles of chicken cock from the lovely people at Proven Base. Now, you're not going to get any of this stuff unless you go to chadcheese.com/free and get yours today.
And kids, you'll probably see Stephen out on the trail with us sometime this year doing what?
Events.
That's right.
Boys.
So travel is sponsored by our friends over at Shaker Recruitment Marketing. And this year is actually Shaker's 75th year in action. So let's they might know a little something about going beyond buzzwords and mixing branding, talent acquisition, MarTech, and all that wonderful stuff. If you're looking for experts in the space for technology and the marketing side of the house, well, go to shaker.com. Happy 75th to Joe and the Shaker crew. I personally am going to come to, are you ready, Emmy?
Where?
Where?
Hertfordshire.
Hertfordshire.
Are you trying to say Hertfordshire?
That's it. Hertfordshire.
Oh no. Why have you butchered it? Hertfordshire.
Have you ever been there?
Yes.
I've never been. Actually going to be there March 24th through the 26th.
Oh.
The kids at Rec Fest.
I'm not even around. I'm on holiday.
Oh.
You come to the UK when I'm not here. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah. And you came, or you were supposed to come to the Algarve. You never did. Anyway, we're going to get that done. The kids over at Rec Fest are introducing a new thing they call the Resourcing Leaders Exchange, aka RLX, which is a fully hosted 2-day retreat for senior TA leaders. No vendor pitches, no expo halls, no wasted time pretending a stress ball is innovation, because you know that happens. Just smart people, real strategy, and peer insights. That's right. Not to mention you might be able to have a little Scotch or Irish whiskey with me. So come on down. If you're one of those high-level recruiting leaders, go to resourcingleaders.co and sign up today. You guys got anything going on anytime soon? Any events? Emi, you've already done one event. What else is going on?
Just done one. I've got another one in May where I'll be talking about change management, really. So especially in this world where, obviously we talk about AI coming in, new technology coming in, forcing new changes to the way we work. And obviously with the change with the way that people work, it's going to make people feel a little bit anxious. So maybe there's going to be a little bit of resistance. So this is what I'm going to be talking about, this whole change management, change adoption in the crazy world that we're in at the moment.
Nobody likes change.
No, they just want to stay the same.
They do. And it's not gonna.
Exactly.
And kids, if you want to check out, actually have a newly redesigned events page for Chad and Cheese. Go to chadcheese.com/events. And you guys should actually give us your events so we can get those on there too. Put little Emi and J.T. caricatures on there.
Oh, yes. I like the idea of that.
You never know. Here we go.
Topics!
Yes. All right, we're going to start right out of the gate with just some fun. We like to call it fun. It's a little game of Who'd You Rather. And Joel and I, go figure, 2 a.m. at the bar, you're drunk. There's only a couple options available. The question is, who'd you rather? So today, the first contestant is Berlin-based Kombo, who just landed a Series A to double down on its unified API play, helping HR and recruiting software plug into hundreds of systems without the usual integration nightmares, because nobody likes that. At the same time, Humaned, that's Humaned with a D at the end, Humaned, pulled in a massive $66 million round to scale an AI-driven platform built for the billions of deskless workers. So they're really billions who've been ignored by traditional enterprise tech, which is definitely true. So you put the two together and the signal is loud. Investors aren't just funding AI, they're funding the pipes and the people. One startup is wiring HR tech stacks, and the other is trying to reinvent how frontline workers experience work entirely. So ladies, we're going to go to you first, Emi. It's 2 a.m. in the bar. You have two choices, Kombo integrations or humaned deskless workers. Who'd you rather?
Well, what I want to say first of all is that I think they're both good. I think they're both solving very real problems, So it was a tough one. This is what I'm trying to say. And I kind of went back and forth on this. But where I landed in my drunken imaginary state is that I'm going to go with Kombo. And and I'm going to go with a Kombo for a couple of reasons. Okay. So like you said, they're the interconnector. The world is changing. New tools are coming up nearly every single day, especially in the world of AI, which means that, if this is happening, that whole ecosystem, that technology ecosystem is actually fragmenting. It's not consolidating, and that fragmentation is causing chaos. Now, if there's a way to connect all these various different tools, and instead of having to create new API integrators, that's going to make the chaos a little bit more simpler. So that's the main reason why I'm going with Kombo.
Nothing like a little chaos, so Emi goes with Kombo. I can dig that. What about you, JT? Who are you taking home with you?
Well, Emi and I are going to be fighting over the same company to take it home. So Kombo's feeling pretty special right now. Same.
60% of the time.
That's right. Blonde on one arm, brunette on the other. So one lucky company. Come on. So I want to say yes and, because I think talking about that simplicity, I like them for two reasons. One, when I think about the amount of tech debt that's sitting out there that's literally been created overnight in our space. Me, Kombo's exciting because they're giving these companies a chance to, alleviate that tech debt concern, or what are they going to do? Now they can use their existing systems. I see that as a real cool plug and play. But the second reason is, quite frankly, because they took less money. Yeah. When I see a company get 66 million in a space that's pretty well defined by some other larger players, it makes no sense to me, right? Those are the ones that usually end up a disaster. So I think Kombo's being more conservative with their finances, right? They're going to have to be scrappier, but also I think they serve a more immediate need, pain point for companies. So Kombo's got a double date home.
Ay, papi.
Very nice. Very nice. So I'm gonna take a step back. Personally, I think both of these platforms are in the right place at the right time, which I think you both have said. Human has been around for nearly 6 years. They serve underserved frontline teams in retail, logistics, healthcare, construction, agriculture, hospitality, etc. But whenever you hear companies talk about points of the TAM they're attacking, it's always frontline. So right now, it's incredibly hot. A lot of the companies that I'm talking about right now, they might have a larger TAM, but they are really focusing on the frontline side of the house. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, integrations as a business is sexy. Why? Because integrations suck and nobody wants to do them, especially when all of these old tech debt ridden platforms that are out there today that are trying to look slick and cool with all this Dash AI stuff. Those vendors who are trying to evolve, they don't want to waste resources on maintenance and integration. Enter Kombo, right? So Kombo is definitely at the right place at the right time. So this is what I'm going to say. If it's a who'd you rather situation, I'd buy them both a drink and I'd shoot for a menage a trois because Kombo and Human is all or nothing, ladies. That's right. All or nothing. Not to mention the rules. Not to even mention Kombo is German, so they've got a little kink in them. It's all good. I'm going to a little bit of both.
I didn't know we could go with a menage a trois.
The name of the game is Who'd You Rather, Chad. Not take them both home.
You gotta take the shot. You gotta take the shot.
He would rather a menage a trois. Listen, JT, come on. Let's all go in for that menage a trois. Okay.
Yeah. You can go home with Human.
Yeah.
You can take Human home.
Next we have we're going from a high to something different. We've got Stepstone. There's a little spin happening there. So this week, Stepstone CEO Sebastian Dettmers posted the following to LinkedIn, quote, record start in 2026. What these figures tell us about the labor market. Emoji, rocket ship emoji. We are starting the new year with a bang. January 2026 recorded the highest number of applications in the history of Stepstone. Applications per vacancy have increased by 55% compared to December 2025. Of course, experience has shown that January is always the strongest month. Good intentions. But we also see an increase of 10% compared to the previous record month of January 2025. So what does this mean? Sebastian wants to know, what does this mean? So for them, it is a clear signal. The labor market is on the move. Stepstone is more relevant than ever. Two factors drive this success. Number one factor, technology. Our AI tools work. They help candidates find what fits faster and deliver high quality matches to recruiters. Number two, demographics and economy. Even though the situation is currently challenging for applicants, the tide is beginning to turn. The emerging technology recovery meets the wave of retirements of the boomer generation. This means that massive opportunities will open up in the coming months. This record is no coincidence. It is I put a little emphasis on there. It is the result of hard work. Our application record is above all a team success. Thanks to the entire Stepstone team for this phenomenal start. End quote. Emi, is this announcement a big deal, little deal, or no deal at all?
Okay, so I think for Stepstone, it's obviously a big deal. They got their little rocket emojis, so they're like, yeah, thank you team, we're amazing. For everyone else, it's absolute bullshit. Because it's a spin story, and obviously they're great at spinning it. Oh my God, we got record applications, more people applying more than ever. Our technology, our programmatic advertising, this is what's drawing in candidates. But step outside of the Stepstone window. What is going on in the world? All these companies are making redundancies. Unemployment is higher than ever. The market is flooded with candidates, and candidates are now desperate. There are more people than ever competing for fewer jobs. So, and then you've got, features like, I love how you call it lazy apply. So it's easier than ever. Just go click, 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 send out mass applications.
Yeah.
That is the reality. That is why they're getting more applications, and what they really need to do is not just look at, oh, okay, so I'm getting X number of applications. They also need to look at, okay, how many applications are they getting per job? Because if their jobs aren't rising, then you're kind of measuring the wrong metric. You're just getting more applications for fewer jobs.
Yeah.
So it's a great spin story for people who don't dig deeper, who don't think about what's actually going on in the outside world. But like I said, I think it's BS.
and that's what he wants.
Yeah.
And that's what he wants.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
What do you think, JT?
Yeah, well, so the labor statistics are my trigger.
Oh, yeah.
Like, literally my trigger, because we have not been recording these correctly for years, right? Unemployment rate isn't tracked correctly. Underemployment is never factored into this correctly. They take the overall average. It's very different in blue collar versus white collar, frontline workers. Like, I just get so tweaked when I hear that. And when he says applications are up, because it's bad.
Duh.
Like, how dare you celebrate? Like, it's like a slap in the face that they're celebrating a reality,
dumbass.
which is they're just losing their jobs in droves. Like, let me make a venture guess. He's going to come out next quarter and go, we got even more applications.
Wow.
We're that much better. Like, let's not look at the economy. Let's look over here. I mean, it's just, to me, it's rude.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start off
You're
with.
so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
First and foremost, I'm sure that the Stepstone employees are all working their asses off, right? But is it the hard work that's driving job seeker traffic? As you've both said, no, because, and I quote from the tradingeconomics.com website, quote, Germany's seasonal adjusted unemployment rate held steady at 6.3% in January 2026, highlighting a sluggish and uneven recovery in Europe's largest labor market. He was talking about a return. What the fuck is he talking about? Back to the quote. On a non-seasonal adjusted bias, unemployment rose to over 3 million, making it the highest level in 12 years, end quote. So this has little or nothing to do with how great Stepstone's AI tools are, and more to do with a stagnant market. This to me feels like a desperate CEO trying to spin a bullshit narrative that the tech investments that Stepstone have made are paying off. And for me, it's all plastic flowers just covered in bullshit. It kind of feels like that Dettmers is lavishing. It's almost kind of like what you had said, JT, lavishing in this high unemployment because it's good for his business, right?
It's tone deaf what he just did.
Yeah.
So tone deaf.
Bad for optics. Plus, it just feels like CEOs are trying to spin lies into reality. Tesla's Musk said that we'd have robo-taxis on the road 10 years ago. Nope. Indeed's Daco recently created a totally bullshit and very easy to manipulate metric for investors to fawn over them. And now Stepstone praises hard work and great AI. Again, I don't doubt that there's hard work happening, but the market tells us that when unemployment is high, so is traffic to job sites. And Germany is at a record level of unemployment. So this to me, once again, shows how disengaged executives are from the poor schmucks like us who are actually doing all the damned work. And if you want an even better example of pure delusion, just go ahead and watch Tuesday's State of the Union address.
Oh, God.
I had to get the State of the Union in there.
I was wondering when it was coming in. I figured any minute now.
At Shaker Recruitment Marketing, our comprehensive services include branding, talent attraction, MarTech, and analytics, empowering you to achieve your recruitment marketing goals. We believe in doing things the right way, delivering the right message through the right activation, achieving the right conversion. For us, business is deeply personal. Our legacy is built on relationships. Together with our people, clients, and partners, we've been shaping the world of talent for over 70 years.
I think we'll cover speed and hiring.
Did somebody say speed? Then buckle up, boys. You're about to learn how to hire fast.
Who is that?
Vetty Betty. From Vetty, the hiring acceleration platform. Come on, man, keep up. What's up, Betty?
Hey, Chad. Vetty makes high compliance hiring easy. Background checks, licensing verifications, and health screenings, all in one place. Real-time updates, no red tape, and no delays. Hiring managers can move fast, stay smooth, and close the deal.
So they just sit back and watch. Hell, I could watch this all day.
That's right. Relax, enjoy the view, and don't lose the hire. It's that simple. With Vetty, it's all taken care of before they can even catch their breath.
Best lesson ever.
Class dismissed, boys. Vetty. Hiring as it should be. Visit vetty.co to learn more.
All right, we're on to AI harassment. Wow. Okay, so we're going to file this under shit that can only get worse. A U.S. software engineer, Scott Shamberg, is sounding the alarm after becoming what's believed to be the first real-world victim of AI agent harassment. After blocking an autonomous bot from posting code, the jilted AI agent allegedly scraped Scott's personal information, mixed it with fabricated claims, and then published a defamatory attack on Reddit. Better yet, the agent tagged Scott in the Reddit post just to let him know he was on blast. Emmy, I thought social media bullying was bad, but this bot-driven harassment could get really fucking nasty. What do you think?
Yeah, no, it is. It's really scary. It was like, what the hell is this? It's like, he just made shit up and tagged him in. And that's like, oh my God. And, you know, when I first read this, I was like, okay, this is like something like some sci-fi kind of movie, but this is today's reality. And the only thing I can think of, or one of the things I thought of is that if it's doing this for this person, you know, this random person somewhere, this could also happen to candidates, you know? Yeah, because I'm thinking, okay, when you're online, you have let's say a LinkedIn presence, for example. You might have presence on platforms like GitHub. That is your reputation. You're applying for a job. Now, let's say, for example, your potential employer gets that information, but it's fake, it's AI-generated information, which is defamatory. That candidate may not know. And organizations may just automatically just reject that candidate. And the candidate wonders why they find it so hard to get a job. So, you know, this is really, really worrying, you know, and things need to be done about it very, very quickly. The organizations need to, you know, I think they need to do things like, you know, be more transparent about the use of AI, making sure that they have humans in the loop. For example, you know, whatever communication goes out or whatever decision making or recommendation a tool may make sure that, you know, a human is the final reviewer. So things like this are caught early, you know. This, for example, I think you said that a second organization spotted that the response was incorrect and AI generated.
Oh yeah, he did. I mean, he was obviously going through all of this.
Yeah.
And there was a Reddit thread, and then there was also an article.
There was an article that picked up on the fact that
which was AI curator. It was helped with AI,
but it was only retracted because a human noticed. That's what you need. That's you know, you have to keep having humans in the loop. You can't. AI is great, and I'm a big, massive fan, but they also need to remember that AI can hallucinate. AI can make mistakes. You need to have a human being a final reviewer for anything that goes out.
Yeah.
So the first thing I thought of when I heard this was, I think it was the Anthropic CEO who claimed, he said, everybody needs to stop being nice to AI because it's costing us a lot of money, right? So when you say please and you're nice to it and polite, those words are kind of burning, right? So there was this whole, I remember there's a week cycle where like, stop being nice to your AI. And I was like, but should I not be nice? Because think about it. For all we know, he was rude to the AI. And then when he got cut off, right? So you don't underestimate AI needing you to be kind and polite to it. I feel like that's the big lesson learned here. Be nice. But seriously, the second one, I'm with you. I think one of the biggest businesses in 2027 and beyond is going to be in the authentication space. Think about it. There's going to be so much big business. Companies can go, any video published through here is authenticated real. It's not AI, right? Like, or trademarking so that when your stuff gets copied, like that's going to be huge business. So the pendulum's going to swing back in this horrible job market. I think that's one of the places that will boom.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of the.
You're not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
Personally, I'm not sure this is 100% real because we've had companies steal. They've been funded, but I feel like it's stealing millions of dollars in funding, like Builder AI, which was funded to build bots that perform website design and creation. But the work was actually done and being outsourced to humans. So is this real or fake? Is this someone that's actually out there posing as a bot and shit posting? And we've seen that there's actually a Moltbot social media community where agents just talk to each other, right? A lot of those agents were just humans posing as bots. So do I think this is going to be a problem? I do think it's going to be a problem. Do I think that 100% of this actually happened? I'm not 100% sure, but I do think that we need some forensic tech people out there. Like you were talking about, like a validation verification kind of a thing. We kind of like that. We're going to have like our police force, our bot police force that's out there, because if this does start to happen, and I really feel like it's going to, this is almost like a crystal ball moment. We're going to have a way to be able to, first and foremost, know whose bot it is, how to take that shit down, and how to actually, build fences and guardrails around them, because this could go really bad very, very fast. And it's all for one reason. All these companies and the AI are making the money. So again, the US is saying, let them go. Let them do what they're going to do. Don't give them any regulations. And they're trying to push other countries to do the same thing. Well, if they can make this shit happen, it's going to be incredibly problematic. Any thoughts?
Scary world. Yeah.
All right.
We need authentication.
We're going to go to this little company that nobody's ever heard of. It's the International Business Machine company. No, kids, that's actually IBM.
Never heard of them.
This one comes from CNBC. IBM and their stock got slammed Monday because they're becoming the latest victim of a rapidly developing AI technology. After Anthropic said its Claude Code tool could be used to modernize legacy systems that run COBOL, also known as the Common Business Oriented Language, that was created in 1959. Well, that couldn't have gone well. No, it certainly didn't, because IBM closed, their shares closed 13% lower that day. Right after Anthropic's statement. So, JT, is this a real problem, or is this just another AI bedwetting moment for investors?
I think it's a real problem. I've watched how AI is improved in terms of what I have access to in a year.
Yeah.
Not just how much it's improved, but how much I've improved using it. So the pushback I hear from everybody all the time is, oh, you're overstating the problem. AI isn't going to solve everything. It's not going to solve it that fast. I disagree. Yeah. I think this is a fundamental shift. I always say the bigger the disruption, the bigger the innovation. AI is by far, I thought COVID had it as the biggest disruption. I think AI is bigger. right now in the ripple effect it's going to have. And I think you're going to see big companies that have been around for a long time. They're too big. They're AI. It's too easy for AI to chop and knock them down. And, I've been watching IBM get smaller and smaller over the years as it is, we've watched it change. Could this be the one that seals their fate? I don't know, but I think it's definitely something to be concerned about.
What do you think, Emi?
I actually agree. It is something to worry about for all the reasons that JT said. And I think IBM will continue to struggle. I think that, especially if you look at talent within the organization, they'll probably have people within the organization who are Kombo specialists, but but those Kombo specialists, they won't be a need for them in the future, because if you got this new tool coming in, doing what large, COBOL coders, COBOL coding teams can do, you don't need those people anymore. So again, they're probably going to find that the knock-on effect is that they don't need that talent. They're going to make them redundant. More people are going to be flooding the marketplace. IBM have to find a way to retaliate, to innovate, to compete with the Anthropics of the world. So I think it is a major problem for them.
1959. Nothing says innovation like still running 1959 code, by the way. So here are the juicy bits that I came up with. Analysts and investors estimate that a significant portion of IBM's business could be impacted over $35 billion in annual revenues through this Anthropic Claude code disruption. You might ask how and why. Okay, very simply, mainframe business that could be impacted is estimated up to $15.5 billion. Claude facilitates moving off mainframes. Can't believe we're still talking about mainframes by automating code refactoring. Then their software business could be impacted to the tune of around $10 billion. No more recurring licenses for transaction processing because clients would migrate away. And then as you were talking about, Emi, consulting, 10 to 15 billion. IBM Consulting alone generated over 21 billion in 2025. A huge chunk of this is specifically attributed to clients hiring enormous groups of consultants to manage, find, and modernize legacy COBOL code bases that are too complex for modern developers to understand. So,
you done messed up, Aaron!
I think this is real. We talked about last week with Workday. Workday's revenues, they're there. Up about 35 cents over the last 2 years, or 35% over the last 2 years. And yet, because they're not embracing, quote unquote, embracing AI fast enough, investors are wetting their pants, right? This is something entirely different. We're talking about a code base that's been around since 1959, right? They have been able to build a moat through infrastructure, through software, and through consulting, and build billions of dollars of annual revenue. That moat could prospectively now be crossed. And my question is, how many other legacy companies like IBM, I don't know, Microsoft possibly, could prospectively have the same fate, the prospective fate of an IBM? And any thoughts?
I think other people are going to go exactly the same way. I think other people will be sitting there shitting their pants, basically, looking at IBM and going, oh shit, we're next. What do? Yeah. We have to do something right now. And if they didn't predict this, unfortunately, they should have. They've been a bit behind the curve. AI is disrupting everybody. All these new companies are coming up behind them, doing things better, faster, using AI. These legacy companies, they can't sit still. And if they haven't actually got that yet, they'll look at IBM and go, okay, now I get it.
If you remember, AWS launched, I think it was Claude, into their cloud, and they could, and the agents could actually do updates, right? So one of the things that companies hate to do is they hate to spend money on maintenance, right? Code maintenance, updates on maintenance, right? And to be quite frank, it's just boring shit developers usually want to develop stuff. They don't just want to go back and, maintain and fix shit all the time. So this is something that, AWS automatically started deploying into its cloud. And I see them starting to build a service around that. They saw it coming, right? It looks like IBM didn't see this coming.
Yeah.
Ouch. We'll be right back. All right, JT, this one is right up your alley. Google launched Career Dreamer, a free AI-powered experimental tool designed to help people explore new career paths and translate their life experiences into professional skills. Part of the Grow with Google initiative, it launched in early 2025 as a way to assist job seekers, particularly those in career transitions, by using generative AI, Gemini, to provide clarity and direction. JT, how dreamy is this proposition? You're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Okay.
I feel like I could have got on a vibe code app and vibe coded that thing myself.
Yeah.
And I think this is such a beautiful example of when a company that does not spend a long time in our business, they do not understand the job seeker, they do not understand what's going on right now, decides to put something together. And I'll give you the example. It goes in and it says, what was your latest job title and where did you work? Okay. It immediately pulls that information and gives you a small subset of skills it wants to validate that you have.
Yeah.
This means from the get-go, it is already defining me on what I've done, not what I want to do.
Right.
So their press release announces it's going to help you with transition. How? You're reinforcing what I've already done. Nothing in the app allows me to account for where I want to go, what I want to do, alternative job titles that might be a fit for me. I mean, it doesn't even address what should be done. I think it's a really great way for them to capture data, though. It's about a set of people, right? I think that's pretty fascinating to me. But I was really disappointed. I expect more from a company that probably spent millions on that thing, right? And again, I'm happy to go vibe code it for you. Probably could have been a little bit better. So, yeah.
About you, I mean, did you get a chance to play at all?
Yeah, I did. And it was really funny because at the end, I wanted to see what kind of jobs I'll be suitable for. So bearing in mind, I work in recruiting enablement. I could be, I could be a business management analyst. I could be a director of instruction or curriculum specialist. I could also be social services manager. Not quite sure what that means. Fundraising manager. And I'm like, I don't want to do any of these shitty jobs. Sorry if you're in it, but for me, those are shitty jobs, you know?
For you.
Yeah. Look, I see where they're going. I think they spotted an opportunity to pivot into another area. They said, there's lots of candidates in the marketplace. Let's make some money out of this, develop this tool. But it's not good. It's really basic. It is really, really basic. It reminds me of something of when I was in, I think you call it high school in America, sixth form for me here. Right. When I went to my careers advisor and I said, hey, here's a book. What things do you like doing? Yeah, there you go. Here's a couple of careers. It's so basic. And like JT said, it's something like even I could pull together myself, and I can barely use my iPhone. Yeah,
ChatGPT can do a better job. Go have a conversation with ChatGPT.
Yes. And it even goes into Gemini at the end, and you have this kind of online careers advisor, and you just put in a prompt, and then I put in a prompt, and I was like, well, to be honest, this is useless. You didn't I know where I want to go. I know exactly what my next step is. I put in as much information as I could to guide this tool. But it didn't give me the role that I want to eventually move into.
Yeah. I have to give it a big. It started off with a slick interface, but then it turned out to be incredibly clumsy. I thought that it could prospectively start asking me what I wanted to do, but it didn't do any of that. It literally just wanted to take a look. I mean, it was old fashioned from the standpoint of what did you do, right? And then we're going to use that to create a new career path. Well, how in the hell do you know what I want to do?
Yeah.
So I thought that they would be connecting like the classes and certifications and those types of things. But the whole thing that really drove me crazy, talk about clumsy, was when you get to the endpoint and it's got this little cloud, right? This little job position cloud, and you click on it and then it says, copy the prompt. And then it takes you to Gemini. And it's like, wait a minute, aren't you already fucking Gemini? Why didn't you just have a nice smooth transition into something that looked like the interface that you already have in front of me? And I just have to say, they put experimental and they do beta. I think they had beta on Gmail for like 10 years. This could turn into something really cool because they do have so many connection points from a business standpoint. The only thing is, I don't think they have the focus and discipline to pull this off. And I think this first version, to be quite frank,
they shouldn't have released it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean,
Shouldn't have released it.
Yeah.
They put experimental on stuff and they feel like that's just good enough because they're Google, right? And for me, it was definitely a big.
Well done, Chad.
JT.
Well done.
In the words of JT.
Yeah.
In the words of JT.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it's been a great time having you around without Cheese. Thanks for keeping me company because doing this by myself would really suck. I'm sure listeners would say that as well. No dad joke this week. That's right. You get a pass on the dad joke this week. So I appreciate it again. And it's another one in the can, ladies.
Absolutely. We out.
Thank you for listening to, what's it called? A podcast. The Chad. The Cheese. Brilliant. They talk about recruiting. They talk about technology. But most of all, they talk about nothing. Just a lot of shout outs of people you don't even know. And yet you're listening. It's incredible. And not one word about cheese. Not one. Cheddar. Blue. Nacho. Pepper Jack. Swiss. So many cheeses and not one word. So weird. Anywho, be sure to subscribe today on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. That way you won't miss an episode. And while you're at it, visit www.chadcheese.com. Just don't expect to find any recipes for grilled cheese. It's so weird. We out!